Okay, we are live. We are live. So what's up? What's up, guys? Happy Saturday night. I always want to say Friday night. Happy Saturday night. It's always good to see you guys. It has been a very short week because I untangle this. Tuesday and Monday, Tuesday have Selamat Hari Raya again for those who are still watching. Yeah, so I think first of all, thank you very much for being the 7th episode already of Asking Sean Live, and I'm very happy that you guys are here. Uh, Trying to make this a very permanent thing, meaning because time is seriously not being kind to me. A lot of video shooting done this week, and a lot of editing works. So I think a lot of property reviews are coming up for you guys. That's why property reviews takes way longer time to shoot and edit. So there's a lot more work. So I think asking be sensible to do, right? So you guys can just answer quick fire, then I can just answer back. Okay. So thank you very much again, and let's go. Eugene H39. Just to confirm, booking fees amount are supposed to be deducted from the 10% down payment upon signing S&P, right? Yes. Sometimes, yes. Okay. So what if I was told by the agent that the booking fee amount wouldn't be deducted, instead after completion, which is after 3 years from now? Are the developers allowed to do that? um, it depends though, because when they say 10% down payment, right? If they say it's on a discount, so is this a new property or is this a sub-sale property? So I think when you say it's after completion 3 years, right? So it's a new. So if they are giving you 10% discount, right? So it means that maybe 1,000 booking fee to really own a unit. So that booking fee will not be paid back to you. Receive, and it's a giving and a receival by the developer to officiate the contract. Yeah. So most of the time they must collect something on. So in contracts, right, you must collect something for something to be legit. Yep. So it's basically how they want to draft this, and now I already am very open to all the possibilities already. Like now, if you buy, you get my house, you get 39,000 back. It's already possible. So if they want to keep your booking fee, right, to me it's not surprising at all. Okay. So Vinesh Vaju, hi. What happened to this afternoon? I was trying out another way, like live streaming this. So I'm trying out other softwares, but apparently I don't like things to be so complicated. To me, I just want to go live, then live, right? So I'm using the webcam. Yep. Michael Lee. Hey Sean, what's your view for commercial shop houses for investment? Came across Forum Commercial Hub by Sun Surya at Setia Alam, and it seems attractive. Okay. Shop house experience for a few reasons lah. So first of all, your loan margin is lower, meaning like for commercial is max 75%, 70%. So you need to cough out 30%. Then the risks are higher, meaning right, if you make money, if the location really boom, right, so the rental is not accordance to market at all, and so it can be super popular where there's a lot of bubble tea that actually comes, rental can go, and most of the investors that I know, right, all made money via commercial, but a lot also die from commercial because it's not also protected by HDA. A lot of abandoned halfway shop offices, a lot in smaller towns, like not in Malay, not in KL, because it's rather cheap to construct. Then if you, I think last week there was a audience that asked about Bandar Sri Sendayan one. So he bought it cheap because it's cheap and it's in an area where it's not as matured. Yeah, so he bought it cheap, but then now it's really empty for very long. So I think it's if you can afford, and if you think like that's why a lot of people buy shop lots, right? Sub sales one. They don't buy new because they don't want to guess. So I rather buy in at a premium, but I want certainty. So if you can see really, wow, a lot of people actually come to the place already, right? Like Balakong in front, at Jasco, and in between Jasco and Columbia area, right? So the shop lots there, if you look into the signs and data, right, it was not did. So a lot of people then only buy. So maybe they will buy, maybe launch time is 1.2 million, then when they buy it's 2 million, but they are buying with certainty. So for forum, a lot of factories there. I think I'm not sure though, I didn't really look into it, but forum as a project is a mixed development, and then so long already yet to sell out lah. So that's what I'm trying to say lah. Okay. Willing Travel SB excited. Hi man. DN. Hi Sean. I understand you have decided to buy Tropica. Are you not concerned with the bad traffic along Jalan Jalil Perkasa 1 and the intersection during peak hours? Bad traffic jams, right? Everywhere also got lah. That's that being said lah. So you cannot name one location, not even one, that is deemed that has a good rental but no jam. Okay, so I think bad jam, it's kind of the consequences if you really want prosperity. Also, if you really want people, if you really want demand for space, high demand for space, which equals to high rental, then bad traffic is just the side effect of it. Okay, to me, it's because I wake up very early. So on a normal day, once my gym is open again, I leave every day, 6 o'clock, right? No, I leave at 5:30 because my training is at 6. So I leave at 5:30. So by the time I'm done with gym, around 9:30, then I'll grab breakfast. Then only at 10 o'clock only I'll start heading to the office. Yeah. So to me, mainstream traffic is not really my concern. Yeah. So thanks for the reminder. Yeah, but I think it's going to be even worse when you look into the future developments. So that I'm excited about. QCR 1996. Hi Sean, I've been following you for a year now. Really learned a lot from you. Thank you. Really do. I would appreciate if you would also share around, because I'm making all this free content, right, with the intention of helping only, right? Didn't really expect more from you guys. People have already respected already. Yeah, I would just appreciate if you can share around with your friends. So I'm just hoping that a 22-year-old me, 10 years ago, can have somebody online to actually learn from. So I'm not so lost. Mosquito. Hi Sean, can intro a bit on SDB Facebook live session next Saturday. What will be expecting from that session? Oh, you saw the ad already. Wow. Okay. So because my friends are in SMW, right? So they kind of like me for being neutral. Yeah, I also don't understand. So they like me being neutral, and what we're going to do is they are going to introduce the township. But before that, there are certain property topics like what we covered in Asking Sean, basically, like, is it a good time to buy now? What kind of properties, and should we look after? Then what are your general thoughts on the property market, short term, long term? What are the process of deciding a property? All those I share with you guys already. So basically, okay, it's not any form of endorsement at all, because I will not endorse any property, but I will just say I like this, I don't like this. Thank you for bringing it up then. QCR, what's your thought on Bandar Tun Razak? Bandar Tun Razak? Where's Bandar Tun Razak? Tun Razak Exchange, is it? TRX, is it? Where's Bandar Tun Razak? QCR, where is Bandar Tun Razak? I'm not sure. Okay, maybe you want to text again. Already, I tried. Thinking of buying in now or 2 years next to rent. Thinking of renting in Bukit Rimau, but buying around hot neighborhoods for a good price would be okay now too. Yes. If you are really, if you're seriously a person who really has an investment mindset, right? Most of the investors' friend that I know, they rent the place that they stay, but they buy the place that for investment. So they rent out their properties for rental, but they actually rent in places where they are actually cheaper. For them, it's like they are living in a 1 million ringgit house, right? An apartment, but the rental is at 2,008. But if you really own it, you need to pay like 5,000 ish plus maintenance slightly. So to them, they will always rent in a place where it's cheaper, and they actually buy and rent out for investment. Yep. Well, that is a very next level thing, Olivia. Lucas Chai, and we need to pay a booking fee for new projects, right? So do we know if they're using this to cheat or for a fake project? I think now, Lucas, there's no such thing as fake project already lah. So I think we have, because now if they're really fake, right? Social media you can just blast, then they will know everything already. So I don't think you, uh, and you won't book before you see anything, right? Yeah, so that's my take. Like I don't think when you pay, right, most of them they pay check. So booking fee is where most likely it's done in a check form, meaning I will just write a 1,000 ringgit check, then I give to you. Then the developer will never bank in one. It's just a representative of how serious you are only. And they use that to gauge for their marketing. They used to gauge whether can they launch the product or not. So if the response is good, they will launch. If the response is kind of sucky, then they just bail and don't launch it. HP, what is your thought on the upcoming Hampton Damansara Country Heights for own stay? Uh, do you think it is a good location access for the price? Hampton Damansara Country Heights. Right. Right. Is it HP? Is it the one next to Hampton? Yeah, I think it's that one lah. So it's the one where you come down from Desa Park City, go to 1U, you need to before the toll, right? I'm not sure of the price though. Can you tell me what's the price first? Timothy Wong, what's your opinion on Setia Eagle Glade Cyberjaya? Is it a good investment or good for own stay as well? Okay. Own stay, as we mentioned in the episodes, right? Own stay is really depending on where you work, or stay close to your work, or do you want to stay close to your family, or do you want to stay close to a place that you like, lah, right? So that is very individual. And if it's for investment wise, are you for capital appreciation or are you for rental? Right. So I think the question is a little bit too general, Timothy. So if you look into rental, I don't think you can make it. If you look into capital appreciation, so what I'm trying to say is investment, there are a lot of other options than this Cyberjaya piece. For own stay, then it's really up to your owner. So it's really up to individual. Zelios, hi Sean, I'm 24 and have a good discipline, and I usually save around 8,000. Wow. And I'm having saving around 80,000 now. I read some comments from your video that save up and buy in cash to reduce the difference. Nope, I have never said things to buy in cash. One. I never said like this. One. I would say to save up for emergency fund, number one. Okay, so let's say that now you're 24. I think to survive every month, which like your rental, your car installment, your insurance, your makan, your toll, your petrol, add up maybe 3,000 that you need, right? So if you have a 6 months emergency fund, which is times 3, 18,000. So you have 18,000 in the bank. The rest, then you can really go for investment. That's my point. But to buy in cash to reduce interest, that is provided if you're a business person. It means, right, or you are a commission-based person. So for like those deals, we close 50, 80,000, then we put into the bank first because we do not know when's the next deal going to come, right? So that is a very different approach. But if you're a gajif, if you're a gaji earner, you earn wages, right? Then I don't think that's the right approach. So the key is to use the least capital and make the most profit, right? To use the least of your money, use other people's money. Okay. Jim, hi Sean, it's me again. Just checking which you consider among Twin Arcs linked to Skylux. Any other newly completed residential condo that you would recommend? I work in KL Central area. All suggest Bukit Jalil one while you work in KL Central. So maybe you really like Bukit Jalil. I don't know, man. Those are, I think Twin Arcs is slightly, so the first that came out. So chronologically, Twin Arcs came out first, then only Link 2, then only Skylux, which just completed like 2 months ago only. Okay. So I think if a tenant, the tendency of a tenant will tend to move to always the latest products. So after Skylux, then you also have Trees, TRE Pavilion. Then you also have the Park Sky, again adjacent to Pavilion. So you also have Rains, RAINZ, which is on the other side on the Muhiba station. Then you also have Waltz. So there's so many, bro. There's seriously so many. So which among the three is better? I haven't seen Skylux, so I'm not sure. But between Link 2 and Twin Arcs, I prefer Twin Arcs. W Wong 82. Hi Sean, considering trip is not walking distance away from LRT, how can I justify it as a good rental investment? You don't. As I mentioned, right? Because the intention of me buying, I like to be close to action, not directly into the action, because it's as a home. I don't want my home, right, every day got train sound. I just don't understand why. Because I drive a lot, I don't use train at all. But that's why I don't really take into consideration on rental that much. That's why you don't see me only when I'm comparing against Alcove, right? When I have two really close comparisons, then only I'll pull out that rental card again just to check lah. Because if not, right, if you want to look into TOD, I think that's a new property next to it's like walking distance to Muhiba station. So that is way more sensible for in the eye of investment. Yep. So Tropica is seriously for those. First of all, you must have a car already. If you stay in Tropica, there's no way you can walk to LRT station, but you can grab. So there's a difference between 30 meters walk and 100 meters walk and 300 meters walk lah. So there's a difference because Malaysia is too hot. So every time so our our allowance for walking distance is very, very short. So to me, when I made that decision, it's a very informed decision that I don't want to be close to LRT. Yeah, I don't want to lah. But then if you come to think of it, right, not all, so it depends how you position it. Like if you look into Mont Kiara, there's no LRT, but the rental investment is actually very high. Then you got to look at it while. So in Bukit Jalil itself, and then if you really zoom in, number one is students, right? Students is because IMU is there, APIT is there, and most of them populate around Commonwealth, Vista Commonwealth, and Savannah, and those because are cheap lah, right? Then it's also closer to Sri Petaling. It's also close to Sri Petaling train station. Then after that, you have families, right? A lot of families, because it's a rather old neighborhood, and next would be working class people because it's very close to the highways, and then now Pavilion is coming up. So Bukit Jalil is also adjacent to Kinara, which is a family-oriented location in the first place lah. So that is the profile if you look into it lah. So what I'm trying to say is you don't justify it's a good rental investment. And most of the time, I think we justify after our purchase, right? We actually do more research after our purchase. But I think as a good news for W Wong, IMU is actually having a new hospital next to IMU itself. And then also you have the upcoming AI city. You have the Zhi International School upcoming as well. So there are a lot of stories to Bukit Jalil, and then in Bukit Puchong also. So like adjacent to Bandar Putri, mountain, I think they're going to develop. So when there's development, it's good news lah. Okay, Art CC, what's like wait my internet connection. Okay. Hi there. I want to know your opinion about Nido's residence. I think it's fine. Nidos is rather lower range in comparison to the surrounding. But to me, it's my opinion is on what is it for own stay or is it for investment? So, could you be a little bit more precise or ask this C? Okay. Jim said, I saw our minister said HOC 2020 is coming soon. H Prop said maybe will be announced by 5th June. Wouldn't that destroy the sub-sale market? Unfortunately, yes. Okay, unfortunately. So, yeah, lor. Unfortunately, yes, because until supply is actually absorbed into the market, right? Sub-sale market seriously has a very tough, has a very, very tough outlook. Really, like who is going to pay 10% plus another 3% plus another 5% for the same property? And youngsters like myself also, I will always choose new property really, unless I'm buying landed lah. So when I buy landed, I particularly lot, then I will go sub sale. If not, it's going to be tough unless it makes sense in terms of rental. So if your property has very good rental rates, then you will always still have buyers. So if you look into like a few properties in Kota Damansara, sub-sale is still going very, very strong because of the rental. The rental, let's say like the rental, if it's 3,000, okay, 3,000. So the property price is 600,000. I will buy one because it makes. But if it's a 600,000 property, but the rental is 1,800 only, no one will buy lo. Yep. So that's how when you look into sub sales, right? It's heavily dependent on the rental market. For high rise, for factories and for sub sales is purely locations. Li Zhiren, hi Sean, first congrats on choosing Tropicas. We would like your thoughts on choosing new property instead of sub sale, taking advantage of COVID situation, which might get discounts. Yes, right. So, in times like this as well, a lot of people. So maybe I want to take some time to actually explain what I'm going to talk about in Sam it's going to be is it a good time to buy lah? So personally, like you guys follow me a lot, thank you very much first of all. I personally bought. So it's really between you choosing the pessimistic or you choosing an optimistic thing mindset. So if you look into the Malaysia's climate right now, our Kementerian Kesihatan seriously did a fabulous job for those who are maybe helping in the frontliners, right? Thank you very much. It's good as normal already. I'm eating outside already. I'm living outside already. So, yeah, still got SOP and stuff lah. But I'm going to the malls already. So we are back to normal already. But you look into the news like CNN and stuff, right? US, Europe, and other countries are still suffering from this. So that puts us in a very good light from international standpoint. That's why international standpoint, right? They think Malaysia is that next to invest. It's very rare though, although like Malaysian quad lah, we are very bangga to hear that. And then a lot of people also don't understand the when a crisis happens, it triggers a lot of things. So if you look at it, right, like we mentioned before in the channel, the interest rate, the OPRA rate, the overnight policy rate dropped. So all interest rate dropped. So when interest rate drop, it's a good time to buy properties. But if you are suffering from a business standpoint or you lose your job, I'm sorry. So I think it's also desperate. They have closed doors for 3 months, no sales. Most of the developer staff are also suffering from pay cuts. So they really want to cash out their property and they will throw. So like some W also they got promotion. Tropica also got everywhere also got actually. So it's a really a good time and they will treat you very much kinder in comparison to those days where but I remember those days. So also when the banks also lower the reserve that they need to have in their bank, right? So now more money is out in the market and banks are more open because it's a business after all. They will want to give more loans. One. Yeah, so to me, it's a very good chance to actually uh, leverage on this opportunity. So it's either a sub sale or a new property kind of thing. If you are if you have cash, so if you are a business owner and your business is going as strong as ever, right? So a lot of opportunities. But for me, I rather have my capital with me. I rather have more cash with me. So I will buy new property because I don't need it now, as we mentioned through the channel. Yep, Ziren. Julius, what do you think about high-rise residential in TRX? Will they take over KLCC as the CBD of Malaysia? What do you think of the prospect of investing? I will not invest in TRX. I will RX. Okay. So that's my take. Because people who can stay in TRX, right? They don't really work in TRX. That's my take. Like people who work in KLCC don't rent around KLCC when only the expats do, right? So if you're buying for in TRX itself, so the rental is around 4,000, 5,000 kind of thing to actually break even. But if you just branch away like one Cochrane, or you branch away like the Vertica, the Masing, then the Sunway Velocity side, right? So it's also a 15 minutes, 20 minutes drive or half an hour drive to TRX. There's still a lot of old blocks surrounding there, so that would make more sense. So if I were to invest, I would not invest in the top of the cream. I would actually go lower. And I think a lot of bulk purchasing is going on there. Maybe you can just hearsay and check it out. Okay. Alvin Sao. So what is the average rental alone in mature areas like PJ, Subang, Damansara? We cannot rely only on foreigners for high rental, right? You are right. So like rental rates in Mont Kiara, KLCC, Desa Park City, it's really good one. So if you look into PJ, right, that's why PJ high rise, like a lot of people always ask Ryan and Miho, right? It will not make sense, right? Because PJ 3 bedroom, if you look into the rental, 2,000. But a studio in Mont Kiara is already 3,005. Yep. So that's why a lot of people, why it's so expensive, but people still buy there. And high rise in PJ Sam is like really like, it's really affordable one. But investors still don't want to go there. Then rental is also highly dependent on what we call job opportunities. Right. So as I was saying, like rental, right, is highly dependent on job opportunities. So if you observe, if there's no job opportunities in an area, the rental generally, if you come to think of it, rental is like a temporary stay kind of thing, and people are not in there for a long-term commitment. So these areas are fast-paced, and it usually means around very on places. For example, like KLCC area, Bangsa South area, places with a lot of office, generally the rental will be higher in comparison to those residential one. So Nikki Law, hi Sean, Setia Alam and Cyberjaya both are so isolated. But why Setia Alam so successful? Is it because of feng shui or land elevation? Eco Park. And they started with a very different plan altogether. So Setia Eco Park started when SP Setia was still the thing lah. And SP Setia already tried out a lot of projects in Bukit Indah, Johor. So it was one of their first landed property, landed project, and it's connected directly to NKVE, right? I think the main reason that Setia Eco Park can work is because there's existing population in Klang that would nowhere to invest. So Setia Eco Park totally changed that landscape where they heavily invested in branding, the feel and things like that. So I think that changed the game instead of Cyberjaya. So Cyberjaya, if you come to think of it, right, branding, they didn't do anything lah. Right? Sue, hi Sean, can you elaborate if a property is commercial or residential title affects decision for own stay? Yes. Commercial, your utility bills are all more expensive, like double, triple the rates. So that can be very scary. And only if you stay, right? That's why a lot of rental like tenants, right? They will ask, hey, is this residential rate or commercial rate? Because it's their responsibility to pay the utilities. So that can be a very, very big decision. So if you're staying in a condo, apartment, let's say, so sometimes if it's a commercial title, right, you will have a lot of sprinklers. You have a lot of sprinklers in your unit, which is very hideous. Just because it's a commercial property, you have a separate evaluations. So it's not as decent. And if it's a commercial property, so they don't actually measure the house in accordance to a house specification. So it's not as comfortable one. So like you go to your condo, right? You need to go through a lot of fire doors because you need to compartmentalize and things. Then the corridors is like very chiplak. The lobby is very chiplak because it's an office. It's not a residential property. So it's not as fair. Like some of these buildings, right? They call themselves service apartments, but actually it's a commercial title. Not as great lah. But don't mix up with a mixed development though. Like mixed development means like there's retail downstairs, then there's offices next door, hotel next door, but yours is actually a residential. So it's a Soho, it's different. Some is like it's an office building, but they call themselves an apartment or lifestyle suites or whatsoever lah. Yeah, so these are the things that you try to move away from. Sky Lau, hi Sean, how do you see the project called The Lux by Infinitum in Jalan Sultan? Consideration of a price point of 1,003 per square feet overseeing Twin Tower. I haven't seen it, Sky. I haven't seen it. I will take note and see lah. Sky, the Lux. I haven't seen. Wow, you see, that's one thing I like about KL though. Like I've seen so many different properties already. I think to date it's like 200 over different condos that I visited. I still like I barely like know anything only. That's so amazing. Ruby just recorded the reply to your email. Haven't edited yet. Chef Circle, hi Sean. Have you heard of Opal Tower in Sydney? Major engineering issues. Over $1 million apartment now worth zero. Sydney, don't know leh. But your point, I think, is now worth zero. Can be a lot of reasons lah, right? But maybe what are you trying to say, Alvin? QCR, Bandar Tun Razak near HUKM. Taman Tasik Permaisuri. I kind of like that place though. It's a very neighborhood oriented place. But if you really like want to check it out, right? Every time when I want to buy something, you need to know what's the okay. You just use the Kailan theory. Okay, the Kailan theory is if you want to go to you want to go and buy Kailan today in a shopping center, but you have no clue how much a keti of Kailan worth. Not 100 grams, but a keti of Kailan is cheap or expensive. So now you need to go and find out how much the security of Kailan costs. Yeah, so that's how I would check out a new property. So Banda tu was okay. So how much in comparison to Taman, like Taman Tasik Permaisuri projects? Are they cheaper? Is it more expensive? Is it more connected? Why? So things like that. So do apply the Kailan theory lah. Morgan Ko, hey Sean, what's up? Yi Ting Cheong, Cheong Yi Ting, buy for own stay, referring to Sky Condo. You are referring to Sky Condo. You send me anything? Oh, so if you are buying for Sky Condo, so it really is. Have you thought of that the location? And are you comparing with any other condos? So like 4 to 5 different condos, and why you make this condo? And if this is within your affordability, then you really like it, go ahead lor. Won King Hong, hi Sean, I'm a retiree. In your opinion, M Oscar or Platinum Arena? Old Klang Road, which do you think will fetch a better rental yield? If for own stay, which is better? Okay, for own stay, it depends on which one you like lah. Okay, you like Old Klang Road. Where's Oscar already? Oscar is the one next to Kuchai Lama, right? The one below the Max Highway one. I think Old Klang Road has. Why don't you drive? Like Kin Hong, I will suggest you to go to site. Okay, I think these two sites is pretty close to each other, but it depends on the lifestyle that you want. Are you a person who really wants to go out kopitiam all the time, eat wanton mee all the time, or you are living next to a highway? Because one of it, right, is directly next to a highway, so it's impossible to walk out and eat. So I would prefer when I can get out. But if it's for investment, right, you can check do go to Property Guru or iProperty to check the projects surrounding these two locations. So you will see whether the rental can make sense or not. HP. Hi Sean, since you've done a review on DC, what are your thoughts on next door Twins Damansara Heights for own stay? Per square feet is much cheaper than upcoming Pavilion. Twins design. Wait, internet. Weak. Okay. I haven't seen Twins Damansara Heights design. But if it's for own stay, right? Seriously, it's really up to you, HP. Would you want to be connected directly to the mall, or would you want to be? Is it walking distance to the what is it called? Gym that the area of shop lots which all like Mat Saleh one. What is it called already? I forgot already. So HP, I'm not sure because I haven't seen Twins. Okay, I haven't seen Twins, but that area, if you like it, you like the lifestyle there, then I think it's fine because you really need to drive around. But then that you have the new MRT, which is cool. A lot of projects to check already today. Okay, Sky Lau. The Lux just worry about the Malay Reserve land in front of Kampong Baru, which will make the appreciation more difficult. Is it a concern? Yes, Malay Reserve land, tough because if you know, it's going to have again the perfect example for Malay Reserve land effect is Segambut. So if you look into Jalan Kiara 3, Mont Kiara International School, okay, you go in some more, right? So there's this Jalan Kiara 3, you got Safina, you got the MKH project called Inspira C. Then you go down somewhere, there you have all the kampong area, right? You cannot touch one because it's Malay Reserve land. So it can only be constructed by a Bumi company and can be sold to Bumi. So no developers can touch. So if your land cannot develop further, then there's no need to invest in the infrastructure by the government. So that's why the infrastructure there kind of bad, kind of suck also. Yep. So you use that analogy lah. In Bangsa South also you'll see like Kampong Kerinci there, right? You have the same problem. Not, I wouldn't say problem lah. It's just a phenomenon lah. Go Danny. Hi Sean, do you think Cheras Belakong area has a lot of growth potential? Yes. So if I were to choose one of the place that I'll go to lah, just because it's very very close to TRX. Okay, because it's close to TRX and there are a lot of population. So if you look into Cheras, right, seriously, I don't know where are all the people's from. And sometimes in Cheras alone, there's like 7 stations. And Cheras is so big, right? But I love to KL and especially TRX lah. Nikki Law, hi Sean, want to ask your opinion on using EPF to buy house at young age. I'm still young. There's more EPF coming up. 2, better consider cheaper house. 3, others. Okay. Tricky question. Wait, let me read again. I'm still young. Okay. Okay. I bought when I was 22, 23. So when I buy, right, after I bought, then I use my SPA and claim back whatever that is in my account too. Then which means, right, if you buy a sub-sale properties, then you pay up like 30,000-40,000, right? Then you can actually go back to EPF and withdraw everything in account 2 or up to 30,000-40,000. So if you pay 30,000, then you take out 30,000. So you can use that again to buy your second property. Yeah, so to me, it's okay. But I would like to clarify, is it that you are working for others? Are you an employee or are you a business owner? So that's very different. So if you're an employee, then it makes sense to use it because you're gonna makan gaji for the rest of your life. Or you try to be so if you're a business owner, then I don't think it's viable lah. So work harder in the business to earn that capital. It's better lah. Okay. If you are considering to use a property that is beyond your affordability, then no lah. It's your safe nest leh. You want to use your egg nest, right, to go and buy something that you cannot afford. It's like betting with the money that you don't have, like that. So I think it's not encouraged in that way. JJ Dennis, hi Sean, what say you about Como in Bukit Jalil? Any insight why they rebranded from Puchong Kinara Development? I'm not sure why they rebrand, but I've checked out the site to my research area. I didn't like the site because it's mainly industrial lots, right? It's mainly an industrial area, and down the road is already a low cost area. And one of my friend got punched in the face in that area before. So I'm pretty negative about that space, although you have the train stations lah. You have the Muhiba station, and what's the station called? Yeah lah. So it may make sense in terms of rental because of the distance to the train stations lah. But to me as a home, no, I won't consider it lah. W Wong 82, could you recommend a bank loan product and bank broker for a good flexi loan? I will give you. You can contact Catherine W Wong. You can contact Catherine. So I've put in episode, I think 4 or 5. I think who knows can help me on here. I forgot which. So she's the person that she's a mortgage banker. So she has AIA and other banks as well. So she will do all the refinancing for you lah. W Wong. So if you're not sure, you can send me an email. I will just give a number to you, W Wong. Okay, TANIHERNG@gmail.com. TANIHERNG@gmail.com. Okay, let's go. Olivia, hi Sean. Thank you so much for reaching out, following the channel a while. Very interested about renting out next to renting Bukit Jalil Rimau. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hi Sean, went to Tropica showroom today and noticed you booked a unit as well. What do you think of house keys? Would you suggest a 1 year rental for house keys, then only converting or to buying it? Uh, this is the calculation of house keys versus conventional loan. So I'm thinking of covering it like tomorrow, so I can share it in next week's video. Personally, like since we are here, right? I think house keys is with the intention of helping people without capital. It means, right, if I cannot even today, but I really, really need a house, and trust me, I will save up for the next 3 to 4 years. And the only thing I need is time. You are young, that's why it suits you. So if you have capital, then it makes more sense to just get a conventional loan now because of the low interest rates. And that 1 month, that 1 year rental, right, it's equivalent to 3% of your property price. So if your property price is around 800,000, your rental, right, will actually be 2,000 because 800,000 so your 3% is 24,000. You divide by 12 is 2,000 a month. So your rent, so they calculate it like that. So if your property is 800,000, you want to take house keys, right? So you don't need to pay anything today, no down payment, no interest in construction, nothing like you pay nothing, right? Since if your loan apply, your loan can go through, then can already because it's based on 2,000. So if it's based on 2,000, your income needs to be 6,000. But okay, once you get your keys, the first year you need to pay 24,000 as rental to Maybank. Then at the second year, you decide to purchase, then you will purchase at the current price. So let's say if now it's 800,000, 4 years later, maybe 830 or 850, like if you are lucky, right? So if you want to convert at 800, if you still want to buy, because the market is 850, but you are actually having the house key, you can buy at 800,000. It's all packed into the loan. But most of the time, if you buy directly from the developer today, it's actually waived because it's absorbed by the developer. Yeah, so around there, it's like another 10,000, 12,000 like that. So it after doing a very precise calculation today, it depends on what kind of mode you are generally. So if your profile suits house key, you really need flexibility. You don't want to commit, right? So because of the flexibility, you are actually paying 40,000 is how much? 10, how many percent? Wait, I'm counting in terms of percentage. Wait, I think around 7 to 8% more. 7 to 8% more, which means it's like maybe 30 over 40,000 more in comparison house keys to normal loan. So if you divide into 30 years, then you don't see anything, right? But then you have that flexibility and that decision. So if you are not certain that you're going to stay there for long term, then you take house key, so you can save up the cash now, since it's not that ideal. Now maybe if you are your job is not stable and economy not stable, you need some cash to feel safe, then I would suggest you to go house keys. So it's a very, very long decision. But good question though, Jaxie. Who you look for? Jaxie, I should actually recommend you my sales agent. Morgan Cole, hey Sean, I have been following on your recent vlogs on your home hunting. Realized that Elmina wasn't in your list and wondered why. It's too far from the locations of my parents and my parents-in-law. You seem so excited about the Elmina with its thoughtfulness. What changed? I am still wait, suddenly I don't know how to talk already. I'm still excited about the project, just that the location wise, I don't think it suits my current lifestyle. Because I want to be very, very close to action. Bukit Jalil offers that. Also the balance between the distance to my parents' house and my parents-in-law house in the weekend. So it's either I work and I have dinner with them, then I work. Yeah. Wong Wei Min, Have you heard of Cubic Botanical? Yes, they run dips and special units 700 per square feet at 800. Yep. So there's a reason why they still got unsold units after so long lah. The end. Hi Sean, there are retail shops below the service department at Tribeca. Isn't that right in the middle of the action? If there's open area pubs, you don't need to sleep there. So that's also a consideration whether, like if you guys remember the latest episode, right? Do I go for a lower level or do I go for a higher level? And I know there's going to be pub. I hope not, right? I hope cafes do it. Like, pub, please don't. That's why I rather pick a higher unit. Then action, right? In terms of action means train station, shopping mall. This one is I don't say it's not a mall lah, it's of shops only lah. So that's my definition of action. So imagine living above Pavilion Mall. That's action. Right? So Tribeca is like a junction away. I think good enough. We are also a junction away from the train station. Good enough. A junction away from Kesas, a junction away from LDP, a junction away from Sungai Besi. Yeah. So I like being a junction away. I don't want to be in. So that's what I'm trying to say, not being in the action now. Desmond Tam, hi Sean. Is investment property a wife? Yes. Yes. The worst first property is buying an ideal home. Because home, once you think about home, right, you tend to overspend. Then by the time you buy your home, you no longer have any choice because you got no more bullet ma. Then you spend like 10, 15 years just to recover from that injury, and you notice that you only spend more and more money on your home. Celios requesting a property review on the Face Suites, Platinum Suites. Wow, that one is the top listing on Airbnb leh. So I don't think there's a need to do a property review there, but I'll see you. But because I know the person in charge there, it's very easy for me to get access. Jim, if Bukit Jalil is not really recommended for one work in KL Central, any other suggestions? Gen KL, Riyang, any other residential freehold condo below 850? KL Central, 850. Actually, I'm not saying that Bukit Jalil is not recommended lah. Just that if you are okay with the 9 to 5 traffic, then I think it's fine. But personally, I like Gen KL lah. Personally, I really, really like Gen KL. Very close call. You know, the distance to the in-laws and my parents' house is a huge consideration for me. Desmond Tam, and how to deal with income tax if it's for investment. So if you buy an investment property, so if you have collect rental and you stamp the what you call tenancy agreement, so let's say 2,000 ringgit, you stamp 24,000 per annum, so extra 24,000 you declare in your income tax. Sean, what's looking good? Hello from Taman Tun, the land of opportunity. Yes. I also like Taman Tun actually, but very atas. W. Wong, how is Berjaya developer reputation? I heard that they are stingy. For example, checking the cement material holding the tiles showed so much sand and than expected. Yeah lah. So that is what my mom also commented lah. But I think they have certain compliance that we need to do. But if you look into it, to me, I choose to just go with it because I like the location a lot. Because this is really out of my hand. Takkan I go and check, right? So yeah lor, there's nothing much that in our power to monitor whether to check every tiles got or not. But what we can only do is fact checks and maybe write, then maybe hope that I'm famous enough to make a statement. No? Right. Arthur Chia, hi Sean, how long duration MRTA I should take for a 35 years loan? Wait, MRTA. MRTA, I don't think you have a choice lah. Take 30 years lah. Then MLTA, then it will be different. RTC, hi again, is for own state. Do you think good choice? Especially, I'm a family guy where there's a primary school with walking distance. Do you hear anything for a con? Wait, RTC, what you said already just now. I cannot find really. RTC. I cannot find your project already. Oh, NIDOS. Okay. Okay, if it's for own stay, then I think it's fine lah. Because that place, Desa Petaling, right, a lot of shops, a lot of existing communities especially. So I would review if I have the chance, if I have the time. So now I'm seriously working extra hours, really clocking in a lot of hours because a lot of demand for my services, a lot of demand for me to attend like live sessions because apparently not many people are as transparent, number one. And I don't know, I seriously sometimes don't know why people want to hire me also. Because I would, like, they know that I will say things that they don't like. Like sometimes there's no perfect property. Yeah, I don't know. So, but I'm fortunate, I'm not complaining. Okay, but I would review it if I could, right? NIDOS, okay? Banana Bun. Hi, Sean. Do you know about the Arcus from Maxim, Kelana Jaya? How do you think about it? They are throwing a lot of promotion. It depends on what is your intention on it. Is it a own stay or is it an investment? So if it's for investment, do check out the surrounding rental, whether can it justify your installment or not. Okay, so RTC, thank you very much for your email. I think the school there is a huge selling point. Seriously. Plan to buy instead of rent, considering you could rent bigger properties when compared with the installment that needs to be paid. Say 3K renting versus 5K installment. Good point though. Maybe I think I'm brought up in a way, right? My mom influenced me a lot, right? To own a place of my own, because until now I have not stayed in my own house before. So I have not really paid, right, for a place to call home. So pretty serious in setting up a family. So since I can afford, right, and at that area, since W Wong, I think you're really talking about Tropica a lot lah. So in Tropica, right, if you look into the rental returns, just to calm you down a little bit, if you look into Twin Arcs, right, 3-bedroom units, the rental rate is actually not bad. So if you want to and Tropica 3 years down the road, our competitors will be Park Sky and Skylux. So let's say 3K rental is as good as renting a place there lah. So I'm not buying type C lah, okay guys? Cannot afford, okay? Don't even can afford also, I don't want to buy such a big commitment thing lah. Glendim units, any comment on reception, or maybe the buyers from Klang very acceptable to your suggestion? Lower your income and increase your lifestyle. Wow. Really? They sold so many, meh? I didn't know. So I thought it was a good point, but I just found out my primary school classmate bought one in Matrix. So I really hope that so my habit is I just want to let you know, right? What is your options? What are your options? My grammar, my God. What are your options? So one side of your partner, like say your partner don't want to work, really just stay at home and juggle the kids, right? Then you can actually travel every day. That's also a choice. So no need both of your stress and just buy a house that you can never be inside one. Okay, so I've seen such lifestyle things, but nobody want to bring this up. So I tried loh. But I think Matrix side a lot of potential, and that's why a lot of developers are also there. You see, but I don't. It's very. I'm very humble if you say that people really accept my suggestion to lower my income. But I always want to choose happiness lah. To me, happiness is the most. I'm heavily influenced by Gary Vee lah. So I think happiness is the most important thing. Fabian, you are the man, Sean. Thanks, man. Glenn Lim, thank you for all the energy and hard work. May God bless your effort richly. I hope so. Stephen Chuang, is it a good time for me to buy than if I pay cash? I don't understand. Is it a good time for me to buy? Yes. To use cash or not? No lah. If you can preserve your cash, right, it's the best way to invest without using a lot of your money. That's the whole leverage game in properties, ma. Jira, hi Sean, what do you think about Tropicana Metro Park? Will it bloom? They have recently launched new project, but I saw a lot of buyers from the first few phases regretting their purchase. To me, don't. If it's for investment, they are way in comparison to Metro Park. I don't think it's going to mature anytime soon. I think give another 15 years, I don't think it's going to make it lah. Because of the location, if you look in the proximity, right, Federal Highway being the best thing there, then you have all the factory lots lah, you have all the CSRs there lah, the sugar factory, right? Then you got the cemetery there, the circulation there very zap, right? Very confusing. Then you will have one 2-lane bridge straight away go into Federal Highway. So no lah, if have a choice, if you really like the place, then I got nothing to say lah, right? But if you have not bought anything, why consider that? There's so many other properties that you can consider from. Okay. Jim, even though the OPR dropped, but what if bank choose not to reduce PR? Would it be painful for existing buyers? No lah. It's a business ma. They will of course follow the blank rate ma. So if you are saying in that way, right? Their KPI is to give out more loans ma. That's why sometimes the interest rate from different banks are different. So see which bank is okay. The new loan rate now is about 3.15, but existing loans are 3.5. Should we consider to refinance? Yes, especially if your property is like 7 to 8 years, then you have a certain amount because when you refinance, right, Jim, there's only like 80%. So if it's for example, you buy 500,000, right? So now the property is 600,000, for example. Okay, so you buy 8 years ago, you can refinance 80%, which is 600,000. Value is about 480,000. But then 480,000, but the amount that you still owe the bank is 480,000. So you cannot refinance anything. So it really depends on whether the property is at the level. So that is if you want to take out money lah. But if you just want to refinance for a better rate, it's possible. So for example, you are with Bank A now. You are having this loan with Bank A. You bank. So suddenly you save in terms of like 5 years. Suddenly you still have 25 more years to pay. Suddenly you refinance over. You pay the same amount, but you pay like less 5 years. Things like that also possible. Please do. please refinance, please leverage on the existing uh, existing rates, because in a decade, right, this is the lowest, since 2000, since year 2000, 1998, wow, so good. Decide Tropica as your own stay, high future nearby neighbor. Yeah, so if you really see me eating wanton mee nearby, do say hi, Yu Chiang. Tan Yi Jin, hi Sean. Recently, I booked one condo and loan has been approved. Since HOC 2020 is going to be announced soon, should I proceed to sign the loan agreement or wait for a little while? I also don't know. Let me think. I would say HOC, most likely what they are going to do is they are going to stop the MOT again. So if your current development, you need to pay the MOT, so maybe you want to wait, right? If they already waive everything, meaning they hamblang, meaning your SPA lah, your loan lah, your stamping fee lah, your stamp duty lah, your whatever fees, right? They already absorb, nothing more to pay, then you don't need to wait because it's a deal that you deem good enough. Then you see, right? That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people say market is going to crash, property market is going to crash. You see, before the end of the moratorium, our moratorium ends around October, right? Now it's like only June. Wow, June already. Right? It's already June and we are talking about property buying already, you see. So a lot of people, when I created that video saying that the property is going to increase here, right? A lot of people are like, yes, Xiao Sean, right? So but congratulations. But maybe you ask lah, because since they say it's going to announce in June, a few more days only, maybe try and see lah. I think because there's a deadline for you to sign one. Okay, Aiman Fazin, is it a double-story house or condo are better for first investors? Okay, it depends where is the terrace house, and it depends where are the condos. So this I learned from Faizul Rizwan. Okay, give him credit. If you look into the statistics, because Faizul Rizwan is a crazy data guy lah. I'm not lah. I'm more of a building kind of guy. He mentioned this. He looked into data, right? He said that because there's only two ways to make money in property, right? So and capital appreciation, both. So which kind of property can offer you both? It's condo. So a lot of people say that landed properties actually do have more capital appreciation. You are right, only on the terrace category. Then then the data shows that number one in terms of capital appreciation for the past few years is terrace, then condo. But if you buy terrace, right, every month you will bleed. It means that you can never rent installment one. Very rare, very very rare. So it's best you have lah, but very rare. That's the thing lor. So a lot of people thought condo will not have capital appreciation. Also depends on which project that you buy. So I would suggest if you are a first time investor, maybe you want to consider condo, because it will actually ease you for the second investment. It means, right, if you buy a condo today, right, then if the condo, the installment can be covered generally more by the rental that you can generate, then you actually have more bullet to go for your second investment. You get what I mean? So if you buy a terrace house today, right, every month you need to pay 3,000 for it, but your rental is only 1,000 or 800. Every month you still need to bleed 2,004. Then you can generally kiss your second investment goodbye already. So that's the difference. So like the first property, I just realized also, and just nice the rental can cover the installment. So it's basically when I buy my second property, right, it's as good as fresh, because here we play even ma. Okay, so good question, Aiman. Ivan Ng Google, Ilham Residences, Elmina Grove. Yeah, their new strata development, pretty cool. Yi Teng Cheong. I'm considering Lot 15 and Aurora for own stay. Which is the best? Aurora, Lot 15 or IOI Sky? Wow. Aurora, to me, it's a little bit too close to the junction. It's too close to the Empire. So I didn't like it. IOI Sky, which is the one on the hill one, right? So to me, that one, I'm having very weird things about the access. The main access to it is not as smooth. Lot 15 seems pretty sensible because it has privacy, good enough, just good enough away. Then you have you have access to Federal Highway and Subang Jaya lah. But for own stay, right, I cannot decide for you, Yi Ting. It really depends on which area you want. Maybe you can go and look into the I am buying a home series, right? The home series that I created, the thought process. Meaning, right, you really have a budget and location first, right? So you can see what this budget can afford in these locations. And then go and check out. Have you checked out all three properties? Right? So I would suggest you to check out first. Malcolm Chu. Hi Sean, just come in to say hi and support. Hey man. Hi Malcolm, thank you very much. Oh, 160 people. Wow. What you all? Saturday night, nothing else to do, man. Hi Sean, I know you visit coaching before. Do you think coaching's property is overpriced? I have not done enough research to make such a statement lah. But as I know, coaching property it's not as cheap as KL people thought. But you still have a lot of properties, right? Because we work for the makeover guys. I work for the makeover guys, ma. My data shows otherwise. It means, right, most of it over, I can actually have fetch a very, very high rental return. And most of the time, it can cover the installment by a lot. Because the mode of coaching investors is very different. A lot of people, they just buy, right, and just keep it empty, right? Because the hassle and the cost to refurnish is just too high. That's why when the makeover guys just went there, right, we kind of have very good business lah. Thank God lah. Aaron Lee, salam Sean. Love your channel and your content. What are your thoughts on Sentul area, especially post MCO? Will the increase in developments area there by YT or M Centura? I don't think YTL is going to increase more. But I like YTL because they also build offices, which is a good thing. Congestion means good. I would see congestion as a good thing in Sentul because Sentul has that possibility. Because it's sandwiched between Genting Klang and Jalan Ipoh ma. But also there's a new block in Pekeliling side. Sentul also has a lot of public transport, which is very good as well. But what would change M Centura really is the LRT3 lah. So they sold using LRT3 but kind of got stuck. But if that revive, right, wow. Ahmad Ibrahim, hi Sean, I have purchased a service apartment finance with a bank loan. I don't have the strata title. Will I get the strata title once I pay off the bank loan? No. Because the title, right, is not managed by the bank. The title is managed by the office. And it's also, which is also means the developer and the architect is responsible for your strata title. Okay. So, but don't worry, you don't really need a strata title to buy and sell. There are many ways to go about it. So no worries lah. So the answer is, will you get a title once you pay off the bank loan? Is no lah, because it has nothing to do with the bank loan. Azlan Mohidin, hi Sean. Some property gurus keep pushing numbers of property owned. I have 4 already. Should I consider buying more? My DSI is around 30 to 40%. I'm in oil and gas, job security concern, but FOMO with the HOC. Okay. My approach very different, but a great question, Azlan. Okay, let's put some time to this. Why you want to have more? Are you those person who are very, very comfortable with a lot of, to me, I generally like properties. So even if I cannot afford to buy, right, I will still go and check out properties. So that's the weird part about me. So that's why I decided to make this YouTube channel. Then sometimes I think, right, since your DSR is already that tipis already, and job security can be a concern, why would you want to put yourself through so much stress? Because what is your end goal anyway? What's your goal? Because like gurus have 20, right? To me, it's like, wow, good lah. But I would not want lah. I prefer to have just enough so I don't have to worry too much, and your tolerance to risk. So there's an episode that generally it's why would you want to own so much? Because you really have. A lot of people tell you it's easy lah, because it's their job ma. They want to sell you more ma. So they want to show you it's easy. You just hire somebody to manage lah, things and that. But when things come into like all these 20, 30 property owners, right? Suddenly when MCO come, right, all of them, I think the heart, almost heart attack one. Because but then some you see, right, they really have fun doing this. They are like hustler lah, so they all day in and out looking for opportunities and like, right? But some people are not. You really just like fishing, right? Or you just really like to spend time with your kids. You don't want. So I would say like set a goal of how much your passive income would make you. So I think that's a good guide. Because let's say, what is your ideal life? When you wake up, right? How is your ideal day going to look like? To me, I wake up, I go shoot video, come back, edit video, I post video, then I go and exercise, eat very good wonton mee, then I come back. Yeah. So that's my very good life. I don't need to be like, oh, this rental lah, that rental lah, this rental lah, that rental lah. So the FOMO part, I think I address a lot of FOMO. A lot of people just buy because their friends buy. They want to compete. Just I don't think it's worth it lah. I would only suggest if you want it that much, only you go for it lah. Right? Because you really think about, they tell you they got 5 properties lah, but if you look in their cash flow, right, if one stuck, all kaboom. Everyone tells you their glamorous story. They don't tell you the scary stories. So I think now in these emails that I'm going to have for asking Sean's, right, a lot they buy properties, then suddenly one stuck only. Like myself also, I have one property that is haunting me still. Yeah. Oil and Gas 101. Hi Sean, for house keys program project, if not for yourself, stay can rent out. Legally cannot. But I don't think Maybank has the manpowers to track which one got rent out, which one don't lah. Julian Leong looking. Huh? Alvin Sao, if it means the shop tenants are not as atas as it's supposed to be, will this badly impact shops residential vicinity in terms of money rental buying? That's also part of the reason why I don't want to be in Park Sky lor. Right? If you come to think of it, Park Sky makes more sense, right? If you want to be in that area lah. So yes, you are right. If you look into Taman, it's managed by Pavilion REITs. The same group of people is managing Pavilion, and they manage Taman. So when they were selling the residents of Taman, they keep telling that, oh, Pavilion is going to be here, Pavilion is going to be here. But Pavilion means Pavilion Management Group. That's it. It's not it's not going to be like Pavilion lah. But it's generally still better than Summit lah, right? Yes, so the performance of the shop nearby really do depend on the performance of the mall. You are right, Alvin Sao. Good point. Tan Boon Ong, hello. Keep mighty BWC, walao eh. my mom got a few houses that already finished bank loan. Should I advise her to refinance one of her house so that we can use money to invest in property? Yes. But again, right, Kitty, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Well, as at all. I would suggest it depends on what is her objective. If now, right, let's say she finished all her houses already, all the rental that she collect, right, is net her income already. So she don't need to work already. And then she's perfectly happy with it. She's not complaining, so she just go around collect rental very happily. But then suddenly it makes sense for an investment point of view to go and refinance and buy more property. It makes total sense. You are right. Just for consideration, because I will just refinance enough until where the rental can cover. So let's say the property is paid off finish already, 700,000 paid off already, but the rental is around 3,000 for example. So I'll just refinance 600. I'll just take 600 out. So the installment just nice can be covered by the rental. But I got 600,000 cash to actually invest again, right? But then with the amount of effort and hassle to go through again. Because based on what I see, if you have already few houses that already finished, right? She's a veteran already. She has done her due. She has passed through whatever she needs to go through. Maybe she wants a break. Maybe she just want to chill. I don't know, right? Tan Boon Ong, do you organize property group purchase before? No, but I participate. Because I don't need to lah. Because wait for connection right. So part of my founders is also Faizul Rizwan. So he has one of the biggest property group purchase already. So to me, why I want to do another one? That's not really my objective, ma. Yeah, so I just like to go and review as much property so everyone here can make informed decisions and take calculated risk. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. But what do you suggest, Tan Boon Ong? I tried lah. So like now, if for those who wants to buy Tropica, right, maybe you can look for the same sales trial discounts during the MCO period. Maybe all can enjoy the same lah. So that's what I hope lah. It's not like I got extra commission also lah, right? So that's what I hope for. What I can achieve. So my job, right? Every year I just buy one can already. Well, isn't that the dream? BLL, hi Sean, what do you think about Miller's at Oakland Road? Good potential for investment purpose. The problem with Oakland Road is there's enormous supply. So how do you make sure that the unit at Miller's you can actually differentiate yourself? So that's the key. What do you do with your property? Nikki Law, Twins Damansara Height, walking distance shop lot with many Ang Mo is Plaza Batai. Yes, Plaza Batai. Thank you, Nikki Law. I forgot already. Because my wife trains there also. Plaza Batai. Wow, atas way there. Deegan T, hi Sean, what do you think of Astor Residence, Taman Connaught MRT and U-City? Any recommendation now? Cheras 9 is also next to the U-City in Taman Santex, right? To me, both have the same equal connection. So if you consider the distance to the distance to TRX, which one is closer? Then you consider the size per square feet. Then you consider the mix development. So which one got retail, which one not? Then also, basically, the end game is going to be who knows how to dress up their property the best lah. Nicholas Ma, what do you think of the rental yield potential for Panorama at Kelana Jaya? 700,000. And there's High Park Suites and other condo too. High Park Suites is just over the roof. Like, it's one of the highest price property there next to Sunway Serene, right? That's why until today still got so many unsold. Everyone in the market knows it. And Glomac Plaza Kelana Jaya was launched. Easily snapped. So that was one of the project that I was selling back then. I was the social media person. So like I closed 160 over units in a week. Not I closed lah, my agents closed lah. So I got zero commission again. Okay, so if you come to think of it, 700,000, right? Your rental return, you need 3,003, 3,002. Can you fetch 3,000 or not for rental returns? Cannot, ma. So it doesn't make sense, lor. Nicholas, ma. Samuel Ng, hi Sean, like to ask your opinion about Marsing project as a whole compared to Sunway Eco World. Okay, rumors has it, Marsing's construction and material is not as pleasant. But personally, I have not been to any Marsing projects, so I don't know. In comparison to EcoWorld's product, they say the bad things is they appreciation because it's not cheap in the first place to start with. But the living experience is amazing. As a home, they really, really loved it. Sunway is a is a company that I worked with many, many years. Only in KL Sunway, the Subang Petaling Jaya Sunway makes a lot of sense. The rest, right? I'm also suffering in one of those. Yep. So I would suggest it depends on which property you're going for and what are your intentions. That's the most important. Because if you come to think of it, right, generally the great investment properties, right, none one. Again, good investment products generally don't come from public listed companies because public listed companies, they will tend to think that their brand is big, they will put in the higher price one. Just that their brand fetches a premium lah, it will be extra 100 per square feet lah, and things like that lah. Most of the time. So I would rather go for those smaller company, pocket land development, right? Those always generally have the highest tendency for investment. Like SCP, NHK, NKH, all this kind of development, right? YNH, those are amazing. Tan Boon Ong, Sean, you mentioned about Cheras Balakong area. What's your take about Parkland residents? I noticed you asked a lot, Parkland. I think you also wrote before an email, right? Have you bought already or not, Tan Boon Ong? My concern, right, is you always ask Parkland, then it's because you bought. Then now you're trying to justify your purchase. Then it's very that's my worry. By the time people buy already, then they do more research after they buy, not before they buy. Nikki Law, hi Sean. Wait, connection. Nikki Law, hi Sean, about my question on EPF. I am an employee below 30. I've not much in EPF now, withdrawing for down payment purpose, but still not sufficient. We'll fork out some own savings too. Okay. So you can use your SPA. After you buy, right, you can use your SPA to withdraw more for your so it's generally in account two. So you can withdraw account two's money for several reasons. One for renovation, one for down payment, which is you must pay first. Then you get your SPA drawback from EPF. Then number three is you can actually use account two to pay off some of your monthly installments. So that is the thing. Nikki Law, but I have sufficient for installments. So what can happen is you can maybe use that to ease off because after you move in new house, right? Furnishing another huge chunk of money also there. Kitty asks, we are looking forward to purchase next property. Should I use my bank loan or proceed with my wife's government loan? I think your wife's government loan is only applicable to certain property range. But regardless, right, which one also can lah. Because okay, I'm not exactly 100% confirm about government loan, but I don't think government loan can be used to purchase any free that because of that, maybe if you are buying a free market product, maybe you can use your own loan, no? But just nice if it's for those prima houses or things like that, right? Then you can use your government loan. Mm. Limco, because the government loan interest is like very flat one, ma. No, generally someone you don't have to pay interest, and you just pay the principal, which is like super awesome. Limco V, same Kubo, such as Cubic. Agent said it is a small Kubo item for investment. Is it a concern really? I think the concern is not only the Kubo lah. That's one of it lah. I think it's because of the Malay Reserve land in the surrounding as well. So it means right, when it's Malay Reserve land, it's almost impossible to construct. It's almost impossible to develop as well. But what you have there is IGM's Central Park, and to me, as an investment, you have better choices elsewhere. You just need to look for it, right? Because the same price per square feet, you can generally go for like Cheras area, like the Cochrane area. Brian Lau, hi Sean, what do you think about Citizen 2 project just next to Citizen? Is it good for own stay or rent out? And heard a lot of rumors about how the construction quality is not very ideal, right? Wait, connection. Connection. Okay. So I think renting out might still have some potential, but for own stay, generally I don't like it because too busy for me But I don't know whether if you because you work in if you work near, it makes a lot of sense but to me it doesn't make sense for me to rent out. So you just look at the rental rates Jack C, hi Sean, do recommend your sales manager. Okay, so maybe I just type what's her name already? Joanne. Wait, I just type here. Joanne. What's her number? 018 222 9833 222 9833. So Miss Joanne is the Berjaya's the Tropica's sales manager, assistant manager. So she gave me certain perks which is like I think everyone is the same. I'm not that special also. But just that I clarify a lot of things. Yeah, if you guys really want to book there and you see my video, then you want to go there, you just tell her so she will be very happy So she won't feel like, oh my god, waste so much time just to clarify all the question from Sean. Because I ask her seriously a lot of questions. So Jack C, I put it down already. You can go check it out. AAAP, hi. Financial journey, what are your thoughts and ways to go about if I want to buy my parents' investment house? Why would you want to buy your parents' investment house? Huh? I don't understand why. Okay lah. Meaning maybe it's an investment house that they want to keep for investment, but they want you to stay or you want to stay, right? There's two ways So they give you a discounted price or they just wait connection. Yeah, so you can just purchase from them, but they can just transfer the title back to you. Then you see the differentiate. So you can see the difference, or you can just refinance them under your name again. So many ways to go about it, but I don't understand lah. Okay, meaning you just buy your parents' house lah. If you buy your parents' house, you can just go and get a bank loan and transfer the house over to your name, and then the difference you pay your parents. Oh. Yong Kok Choi, Miss Catherine. Yes, yes. So Miss Catherine helped me a lot lah, in terms of my loan situation. Oh my god. Okay, I need to go faster. A lot of messages. Morgan Cole, thanks. Love your insight. Looking forward to your future videos. Thanks. Jacob Tan, what do you think about the hipster? The hipster, very interesting. But I think there are a lot of bulk purchase people looking around that area. It depends on whether it's for investment or for own stay. For own stay, if you can afford, go for it. For investment, if you think the rental can break even, then good lor. Glendim, regards to Sri Sindayan. Wow, so many units. Oh my god, wow. Nice. Congratulations, Glenn Lim. Are you the salesperson, Glenn Lim? Sky Lau, how do you see duplex unit from investment point of view? Unless it's luxury, because the square feet, and you come to think of it, who can afford a rental more than, because duplex is always the highest, right? Oh no, not really, not really. It's a very niche market. So certain people with lifestyle requirements, like KLCC, mark residences, some people turn into duplex. Eco Cheras, you got duplex units. Duplex unit generally rent out quicker in comparison to the conventional units, although it's more expensive. So it's a certain niche market, certain people who really want lifestyle. And it happens especially in the same as studio. Because like studio, right, a lot of people would rather rent an expensive studio in comparison to a cheaper 2 bedroom. Because 2 bedroom unit don't look as nice. They like the studio unit type, right, Skylau. So duplex really has its own, but it depends on the makeover of it. It depends on the ID of it. David Ong, Damansara Sedesta for own stay 820. Is it reasonable? brickz.com or .my, I forgot. Check what's the latest transaction price though. And that after you check already, if it's affordable, if it's within your affordable range, you can afford to buy the property, then go ahead. Hakimi, thoughts on reselling this whole unit? After 60 years, then the constant challenge that you will have is buyers cannot get loan. Oil and gas, any comments for investment? It seems to have optimal factors compared to the surrounding. Yep. So since you know about that already, just check on the rental rates. Because I think as we can study, I think studying is one thing only, let's say if really, right, when you get the properties, right, doing what you do to the unit is the other half of the equation. Like, do you know how to dress up your unit correctly and things like that? All this, right, I learned from the makeover guys, and that's why I like being there. Ko Sai Kin. Hi Sean, currently looking for a subsale Mason Ara Damansara. Any comments on this property? Get the latest block one, because there is an abandoned building. So the how many blocks? I did F, A B C D E. So the first 5 buildings, right? The only concern will be the the ceiling height. It's like 2.7, 2.8 only. But the new block, right, is like 3 meters. So it's awesome. Pool, the gym is elevated. Wow. Jay Sharuban, Sean, when in KL is a good mix of not so into city life, also where the houses are decently low. Or it's like telling me like you want to be connected, but you want cheap, but then you want no jam, but you want action. I also looking for that. But yeah, I also looking for that. But to me, Ampang. I would say I don't know why Ampang came to mind, but Ampang seems pretty decent because there a lot of a lot of auction properties. So a lot of investment went wrong. So now they are in a correction state. Maybe you can go look at there. Jay Sharuban, right? Stephen Chuang, hi Sean, as a retiree, which place would you think is better, Alcove or Tropica? I want to enjoy life and eat good food, but Alcove does not come fully furnished furniture. Tropica also don't have fully furnished. The makeover is too one. No? Again, Stephen, would you want to drive out and eat, or would you want to walk down and eat? I like to walk down and eat, so that's why I chose Tropica. At Alcove, it's impossible, it's impossible to walk out and eat. To start buying early, how long does it take for you to purchase your second property, and how do you save money and down payment for it, assuming your salary at the time still fresh grad, good rate? Okay, Aisha, when I bought my first, how long more I buy my second? 1.5 years. 1.5 years. So I bought using my using savings. So I was a property agent back then. So I had money, 30,000-40,000 dump in. Then because that time I was in Sunway already, so the bonus there pretty decent. Then I shared a problem. After that, I work with people. So I use a lot of methods to buy almost one every 18 months. Andy Lau, hi Sean, do you have any comments about Met 1 Residence? Met 1 Residence is the one in Mont Kiara, is it? I think so. I haven't seen it. Andy Lau, I haven't seen it, so I am sorry. Kitty, but condo maintenance fees ranging 3 to 400 ringgit, while terrace is 50 to 150. Correct? It depends. So, Kitty, right? Maintenance fees is, it's a huge fee actually. But then if you come to think of it, terrace houses, like I said also, when investment, right, there's two things to consider. One, you need to consider rental. One, you need to consider capital appreciation. There's only two ways to make money. To me personally, I heavily invest on landed properties actually. That's why I am, if you look into other profiles like my bosses in the makeover guys, right, they invest all generally high rise one, but then they don't need to pay anything. So their rental can actually cover an even more than their installment. So it's a very different mindset altogether. It depends which type of property that you are suited for or you really like lah. Wai Sing, yo, why you here? So Wai Sing is one of my best friends lah. So he is a very experienced property expert as well. So why? I still owe him a bakute meal lah. Eugene YSJ, hi Sean, can you explain what a compressed loan? How does it work? Okay. I don't know whether it's legal to say, but compressed loan means generally you are playing within a gray area of the financial system. You can take multiple loan where you cannot afford lah. So it means where you do multiple submission. A2303 lah, right? So A2303, I will submit to CIMB. I will submit to Maybank. I will submit to RHB. I will submit to whatever, right? So once I submit all loan will come back with the same financing. So, but in fact, I will submit 03, 04, 05, and 06, or 23, 3, 24, 3, 25, 3 at the same floor level. So the difference is like 1,000 difference. So every bank, right, if you submit simultaneously, they will think that you are trying out for loan. You are not buying 4 different units. Because if you buy 4 different units, you cannot afford lah. So all banks will think that you buy the same unit. So you are actually comparing loan rates. So when all the people offer to you, then only you sign all. then suddenly you have 4 units at 90% loan. But this requires a lot of inside job, right? That's why a lot of people offer their services. A lot they have inside people within a bank and they know how to play the game. So it's a good thing if you buy the right property. So it's a play, you are playing with margins. You are seriously playing with money that you don't have. Happy, hi Sean. I had looked at the Makeover Guys website and do they only help design and renovate for properties to be rented? Do they do homestay as well? Yes, happy. We have this. You just send in the same requirement. You send in the same inquiry. Lisa will come talk to you because she's under me It's my department So she will send you and assign you to this sister company of ours called Easy Home. We just set it up like 3 months ago only. So we understand a lot of people want to do the Makeover Guys type of design. That's why we set up Easy Home because the processes are different. Like for own stay, right, you have more requirements to your house because you stay one. But if it's for investors, right, basically they both up. They don't care one. So generally you do whatever you want, I get my rental care already. Okay, so go and find out Easy Home, or you can just send to the Makeover Guys an inquiry, right? So they will ask you, is it for rental or own stay one? So you reply own stay, they will send you over to Easy Home. Jera, does it make sense to buy sub-sale now since there are so many new projects which developer are throwing so much rebates? It depends, Jera. If you have capital, and you know that the property it's you are buying below the market value, then the sub-sale makes more certain lot number, like especially for landed, right? I want that corner lot only. I want that corner lot. No more already. Bidding, it's either their first sale or no more. So that can be a sub-sale. But if it's for investment or you're just shopping around, right? New properties seems to be an easy entry nowadays. So benefit of buying new, right, is when you buy new, let's say 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road, you get the keys, right? You have easy entry, number one, and generally new condos perform better than old condos. So I would suggest for if you have limited capital, new projects is the way to go. Capital, then only sub-sale seems to be a contradicting thing. So if you can afford certainty, then might as well you go. So it depends on, again, do you need certainty? Because let's say if I have like 500,000 cash, right, I will really consider to go for properties with performing rentals. Meaning, right, let's say this rental is around this condo 600,000, okay? The rental return is already 5%, which is like 3,000 ringgit. 2,005 lah. So I will use my capital, then I will say, hey, can we go lower or not? And things like that. So I will go nego one by one. But sub-sale, a lot more work to do lah. Okay, Jera. James Son, hi Sean, want to ask new property if developer bear the MOT cost, to understand why buyers still have to pay MOT disbursement. I also don't know why buyers still need to pay for MOT disbursement. But it's already, because I'm not aware of what you bring up also. So thank you very much for bringing it up. Wow, today I learned a lot of things. Jameson, so how much is the general MOT disbursement? Because MOT, if it's a landed, it's just a strata title, so you still need to pay the lawyer fee, I guess. So the MOT is maybe the 2 to 2.5%. Timothy Lim, hi, buying Walks Residence. Do you think it's a good unit? Considering it. Okay. Timothy, what is the purpose of the building? What is the purpose of the what is the purpose of the purchase? Peter Go, hi Sean, I would really want to hear your 3 on 3 about the wanton mee you're hooked on. Yeah, like generally I go everywhere also eat wanton mee or chicken rice. Two only. Celios, hey Sean, replying to your answer about FOMO issue. How many properties would you want to own? To me, uh, I don't count. Wait, internet. Okay, so how many properties would you want to have? To me, right, before I was starting this YouTube channel, the only thing that I was focusing on seriously is money making only. I focus on stocks lah, then I focus a while on golf lah, on watches lah. So I get crazy about things, and I get really, really crazy about it. Right? So now the current obsession is actually YouTube, and I'm super glad that I bumped into this. So if I don't have YouTube, then I will most likely be one of those crazy flirts that invest every one property a year. But now since I have YouTube, right, so I will certainly want to focus a lot more on YouTube. So that becomes a little bit passive, right? So my investment becomes like a thing because my hustle. So like this channel somewhat brings some opportunities to it, right? Super grateful for you guys to be here. That generates some income that helps me afford more properties again. But ultimately, am happy doing YouTube, right? I am happy spending my Saturday night talking to you guys instead of I cannot party lah now. But usually, it's either I'm on live, I'm on video, I'm editing video, or I spend time with my family. Only. There's nothing else that I do. I don't even spend enough time with Wai Sing. Yeah, I don't know, but so generally that's my life also. When you find that passion, right, it's very, very magical. It's really a spotlight that I really hope everyone can find instead of just property, like. But just so happen property is always confused with passion because they thought property is passion because it makes a lot of money too. Yeah. Okay, so to me, how many properties would I have? I would not put a number to it, but as long as I reach a figure where I don't need to think about it lah. So rental also never mind lah. I don't care one. Something like that. I don't have to really wait month by month, right? Wow, if this month got no rental, right, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have negative cash flow on this and that. I don't want to be in that state, right? Because I don't have that. I don't waste all those energy, right? Concerning over some maintenance fees when I can focus to produce one more video. Nicholas Ling, hi, always informative and interesting. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, man. How is Sunway Velocity 2 for investment? Good, right? I think it's cheaper than Sunway Velocity because it's two LRT stage. The two stations is seriously something lah. MS, hi Sean, should I go for a mixed-use development downstairs with shop lot or standalone residential like Twin Arcs? Actually, Twin Arcs also got cafes downstairs, but I think most of the condos now will have shop lots downstairs because it's a model that works, especially if it's Adobe, if it's a convenience store, if it's a sundry shop, right? And it's the same thing. It's the barber, right? Yeah. So full ready, but it's again a preference thing. Do you like convenience or would you appreciate total absolute privacy? Jonathan Lim, hi man. Man Sidu, hi Sean, investing in Razak City, Sungai Besi will be a good investment for long term as it has approximately 6,000 units. It's a question, right? It's a question, right, Man? Sidhu? Okay, Razak City, everybody is buying because of Malaysia, right? But if you look into the development of Bandar Malaysia today, it's still like that. So you need to wait another 10 to 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. And it's very heavily political influence. That makes things even worse. So if you're buying Razak City with the intention of leveraging on Bandar Malaysia, they are better locations to think from. So this also Rizwan also. So for datas, right, I trust him lah, and his classes are amazing. So MS, because I noticed that most of the mixed-use development condo will run down after a few years. Not really though. Have you seen like those awesome ones? Cheong Chu Teng, what is your opinion about Wangsan Maju? Currently, I'm looking at Saoi Villa in Wangsan Maju as investment or own stay. Okay. Directly, direct answer. Lowest price is 450, right? The lowest price Avila is 450,000. Already you need 2,300 or to 2,500, depends how many years. Let's say you need a 2,300 rental around there already for the smallest unit, and I don't think you can fetch. So with the upcoming amount of buildings there in Wangsan Maju, it will just dilute the rental rates altogether lah. So that is something. And the only reason why Wangsan Maju is so good, right, because of the train connecting to KLCC. So a lot of people who works in KLCC stays in Wangsan Maju. And that's why Wangsan Maju boom lah. That's the only reason. Besides college lah. Okay, so from an investment point of view, for own stay point of view, then if you like it, then you buy lor. If you can afford it, then you buy lor. Oh. Chanjo, hi Sean. Any thoughts about PV9 in Setapak opposite of TAR UC? Student accommodation and student property generally got high rental return, but you heavily rely on student only lor. So it will not have because of it's heavily relying on the rental returns. And as a normal person, you will not stay in the student accommodation area one, because it's going to be a nightmare with all the energy inside lah. Stephen Chow, hi Sean, what do you think about the Birch Jalan Ipoh for rental? Good. It depends when you buy it lah. A lot of people like told me before they bought like last year, and I think it's a pretty amazing project. It kind of makes sense, and if you think about fully furnishing, got a high chance in getting a positive cash flow one. Hu Jiaming, if you buy walk-up apartment, is it hard to rent out top floor apartment with better rental? Yes. So if you buy walk-up, right, the higher the floor level, the cheaper the rental, because you need to move things up, and you need every time you want to go home, you need to climb 5 levels, die lah, right? So yeah lor. Kok Ziwen, hi man, hello, CG Gaming, hi Sean, love your work and your videos, thank you for the good work, keep it up. Just want to ask, is there any good duplex around Damansara? A lot. A lot of good duplex around. So you can just key in iProperty, Property Guru, Prop Social, look for duplex apartments. Foxtrot, any suggestion for good properties for first time own stay in PJ Subang area? So Foxtrot, I would suggest, what's the intention? Go through the 4 basics lah. Okay, I would just suggest to go through the 4 basics. Wong KY, any thoughts on investing in KLCC? Is there still room for capital appreciation? Nope. Not the near future, because they are overpriced to begin with. They have always been focusing on foreign ownership already. So a lot of foreigners, especially like Honkies, a lot of foreign investors here also, they come in, first thing they want to ask for KLCC. And a lot of KLCC properties are overpriced. Overpriced. David Copper, hey, BCB per hut in Kota Kemuning Home 3 Broadleaf compared with Rimbayu. And Dahlia and Eco Sanctuary. Close call, bro. That's the thing with Kota Kemuning. Especially like you say, I want to add on more, some more 25/7 add on Bukit Rimau lah, right? So I would suggest David Cooper. I think you are buying 70 for your own stay, right? So own stay, I would say to go for the one that you like the most lah. But generally, my friends stay in Eco Sanctuary. They kind of enjoy it. They really enjoy it. Tropicana, I think their Bayan kind of had some construction issue, so it didn't work out well. Rimbayu seems to be a lower grade priced because they are more individual title to begin with. So if you look into the surrounding, right, Rimbayu not as great. Eco Sanctuary generally gives you the most complete township ever lah, and Eco World are really good products for own stay lah. So Home Tree, I have not been. I have not been to Home Tree, so I cannot provide the full picture lah. But 75% of the picture lor. David Copper. Tila Gaba at medium cost apartment, thinking of taking 5 years coverage for MRTA. Is it a good idea? Yes. Because just put it into your loan lah. Just put it into your loan lah, because I think it's an protection after all, right? So just in case anything happen, right, the liability doesn't fall on your family. I think that's important. Jacob Tan, what on Eco Majestic? Currently still at overseas, not returning soon. Any suggestion? Rent out first lah, bro. Jacob, rent out first lah. So Crediton is a landed, right? So I would suggest rent out first lah. You're not, you just there like don't know for what, right? Rent out first lah. Simon Lee, Joanne is your friend. Bought Park Sky from her. Wow, really? Okay. Sugana, literally watch all your videos. Okay. So, okay, 2 hours already. I think time is up. Okay. So let's go to last 5 questions, guys. Last 5 questions. Pau Didi list. Pau Didi, any views on Residency Senada by Sam Dabi opposite TBC Golf Course? That location is that's what I like. And if you're really into cafe lifestyle and golf course and atas places, right? Wait, connection. Yeah, so if you are into all those lifestyle things, right, Pau Didi, then I think it's good. I'm about to check out the Happy. Okay, thank you. Go check out Easy Home, yeah? Say, okay, use that I found you from Sean's video. So they will know what to do, really. Happy? Okay. Chan Yit Wei. Hi, Sean. Have you checked the review on the Link 2? Yes, I reviewed Link 2 before, ma. I know the condo is flooded, lah. Wall cracking, lah. I know. All this I know. Yeah, so the whole thing about this, right, is making informed decisions. I've been to the Laoyat forum as well. Don't say I will regret buying lah. So if not, yeah, I think it's an informed decision. Okay, Yitwei, thank you very much for your concern. Okay, last two. Kenneth Key Jia Wei. What's up, Sean? Can share more on Easy Home? By Makeover Guys for Own Stay Renovation. Got a website or Facebook? Got is Easy Home. EASYHOME, right? Easy Home. So generally, it's the same thing as the Makeover Guys, just that it's for own stay. So if you are into a little bit more wardrobe, we let you do lor, because in the makeover guys, because we want it fast, so you can collect rental faster. So we don't let you adjust, but in easy home you can. Uh, Jim asks, Jen KL comes with makeover guys package. Is it worth it to take, or is it better makeover guys such that it can have different view? Okay, if you take the package one, okay, this one is just a makeover guys hat. I'm the makeover guys marketing manager now. Yes, it's worth to take because the design is exclusive only for Gen KL if you take out the package. But if you want to do separately, also can, but you cannot do like the one that you have in Gen KL. So I think because the units there are amazing and you compare with normal ID, dramatically cheaper lah, because we use a lot more. We don't use timber to put on your ceiling and your wall, we use wallpaper, and now we even use paint. So the new series, right, that we use in the show units, the paint is all sponsored by Jotun, which is like amazing paint lah. Okay, last one. Hi Sean, R Jack. Hi Sean, I'm 21 now, but I did not work alone property with my friends. Around 300,000, and I have saving of 150,000. I plan to use 20,000 and my friends 20,000 to buy. Wow, how do you have 150,000? Meaning you are buying in cash, right? So if you have no job, you cannot get a loan. You can buy property lah, but you cannot get a loan lah. So get, and why you want to buy a property when you're 21? Ajak, wow, this is very interesting. Around 300,000. So you cannot get loan. So you are using your friend's name to get loan, I assume, because he is working. So you want to share, so he can. So you just give the capital, lah, right? Ajak, I don't think you can. Your friend is 21 too? Really? Is he working, bro? Ajak, is he working? So because, okay, the reason why you cannot get loan is because the bank are not sure whether you can pay back them or not, because you have no income. You have no income, bro. When you have no income, right, how are you supposed to pay back loan? That's the problem. I don't think banks will allow. So Arjak, I don't think you can buy. If you can, please let me know. I want to learn from you. Yeah. So I don't think you can. But I think no, because savings, right, they will just take into account for a very short while. And they may be like, okay, I give you, unless you got 1,000,000 thousand. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's all. Thank you very much. So for those like Busan, Darren Ng, Luan, Lau Poi Luan, right? Basically, if it's for own stay, okay lah. But if it's for investment thing again, Tan Boon Ong, you are in Lao Yat too. I have a thread. Apparently, I have a thread there that I also don't know lah. So until a friend actually shares me, right? Oh, Sean, you're in Lao Yat, that you know or not? I don't know also. But yeah, it's always hope that this forum, like this website of this YouTube channel of mine, where it can be somewhat like a forum as well lah. So that's my goal actually. So okay, thank you very much. See you guys next week, same time. But next Saturday, I'm having that live session with Sam Darby already in the evening. So I don't know whether when I come back, I still have this amount of energy. Maybe I drink more coffee lah. Thank you very much. Hope to see you guys on the same time. Take care on the COVID thing, although like everything's like happening to normal already. So if you guys have time, do check out the Sam Darby live event. Come and say hi to me on, when is it? Saturday 3 o'clock. Saturday 3 o'clock. Live on Sam Darby. So I'm not the ambassador. Like, I just they just pay me to just stand there and talk. Okay, thanks guys. See you guys. Bye bye.